John, crazy game tonight.
Yeah, I loved it. Loved it. Just loved the passion, the spirit from both teams. Two teams that, wanted to win. Exciting game. I mean, as a coach, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that football match, just seeing the lads give everything. Two good teams going after each other. A lot of quality players on the pitch showing their quality, and just a hell of a game. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but no points. It doesn't help us. It doesn't help us catch Cincinnati.
John, what do you say to your team in the huddle after the game, after an evening when they showed such grit and character?
Yeah, I asked them to be brave before the game, Neil. I said, the bravery piece is really important in these matches. I came back to that. I thought they were brave tonight. Some of the passages of football were top level. It took a lot of courage to break their press at times. And players were living right on that razor's edge. I thought players took themselves to the place where, mistakes are right, big mistakes are right on the other side, but they were living on that edge. So proud of that. I felt it was we showed a championship ability tonight against a team that is a championship team, but there was a gap still, and the gap was the loss, and we got to close that gap. But I think 16 or whatever games we're in, that's two very good games against Cincinnati. We're close. We're closing.
You've got two more games coming up next week, but is this a result that stays with you?
No, I think it's the performance. I said to the players, they have to feel something tonight. It's how they feel coming off the field, because we don't control the results. We just don't control those outcomes. But I said you have to feel something tonight. You have to make them feel that dread of coming back to the stadium, and you got to come out of here feeling like you're getting closer as championship squad, and that feeling was important. So they'll take that feeling in to a tough 2 games on the road, knowing that they're not far off. We're close. We're closing the gap. We're closing the gap.
John, they had only conceded 11 times before tonight, and they hadn't conceded 3 times. They'd only conceded twice in a game, so this was the first time they conceded more than twice. Do you take comfort in that, at least, that you were able to?
Yeah, I thought the lads were brilliant tonight, John. I thought there was a real top-level attacking performance against one of the best defensive teams in the league. Like I said, you have to be brave, because if you're going to get after them, you're going to leave yourself open. You've got to take some risks, and they've got high quality. I thought for long periods they managed to Costa. They really did for long periods. And then, like Insigne, top players find their ways. They do find their ways. But, proud of the effort, but more proud of the performance. There were some passages of play there that were the best of the season.
They don't really allow opponents much time on the ball, because as soon as they're on you straight away. How difficult is it to sort of play through that pressure?
Like I say, you have to be brave. The mindset's got to be right, and then there's certain third man combinations that you have to work on. And I thought tactically we got some of the attacking right tonight. And then some of the defending pieces, you're in the hands of the gods when you genuinely are dealing with, top players that know how to win football matches. So, I don't want to even criticise the defence tonight. You can look back and say he should have done this or he should have done that. But it was the spirit in which the team attacked and defended. It wasn't a game where I just felt like they peppered our goal and should have scored 4 goals. I felt like any time they got a good opportunity, they took it. And maybe that's the gap we've got to close, because we had some very good opportunities that, we should have took. I thought Derek Etienne, that last second of the game, that cross he put in, normally we have a wing back on the back post scoring that. That could have been a goal.
John, how important was that opening goal from Davey in terms of settling the side down and allowing them to match the confidence that Cincinnati started with?
Yeah, we knew the intensity they were going to bring. They have the third highest aggressive line and approach in MLS when they play away. They're an aggressive team, and you've seen the physicality of their number 9, and he's charging down at you. I think, the lads were, okay, this it's a little bit different to training. So, once we did settle, but we had to adjust something with the tactics as well. That was an important shift to get more of a goalkeeper back four and get Raul, that inversion. They matched that well, so we had to shift him lower. So a couple of things we did, and I think we found our footing in the game. And Derby, he did. I asked him to be our Roy Keane tonight, and he got the goal, the Roy Keane goal.
John, you mentioned about the gap between Toronto and just sort of the teams about that being close. What do you have to do to close that gap, do you think?
I think it's experience, John, now. I think it's experience of pushing that championship level. Like I say, against the Cincinnati, it's easy to come in here and, similar to what we did when we were away, and talk about everything they're great at and all the threats and, sit tighter. But I think that was an important step for us tonight to really get after a top team. I think it's consistent with our approach now for the game against Orlando, the game against New York, the game against Dallas, the game last week against Montreal. We're getting a consistency in the mentality, the identity, and I think the fans are starting to see the attacking evolution of the team. I think defensively we're a tight unit, but we are going to suffer at times against their quality, and I think that's the quality of reality in MLS. You have Insigne at one end of the field, Acosta at the other. You can't match that in MLS.
You're also getting some players back from injury. I mean, you got good performances from all your players out there today, but does it make your sort of mouth water when Bernadeschi's back from his suspension, you get Richie in, Long is back healthy?
Yeah, I mean, I think Lorenzo, that was a top performance from him tonight. He just got into the floor, his floor, and I want to say that a lot of lads played well tonight, but he showed his next level. He showed that real Lorenzo Insigne sort of guile and magician quality. So I think that's important to see him feel the game tonight, but also put the defensive shift in, and not get caught up with the emotion of goals going in. He just got back to task and found his way to drag the team, and bring his quality. So you think about him with that sort of mindset and his ability, add Bernadeschi and where he's at from his mindset. Derek Etienne showed his quality coming in. I think he's been an absolute steal. And then, Richie Laryea to add, and Jonathan Osorio back healthy. Kevin Long will be back this week. I mean, it is mouth-watering, but Copa America's just round the corner, so it's going to be one of them. They're here and then they're gone. So it's frustrating as hell, Neil, if I'm being honest, as a club coach. Like, you dream about this team and you've got all these ideas, and then you get maybe one game a season with them on the pitch.
Those damn national teams.
Yeah.
Tyrese came off. Is there an update on his situation?
Yeah, he had a gastro issue in the game, so he was really struggling before kickoff. I thought he did a hell of a job to get through even the 45 minutes and have a big impact. The boy Orellana, it shows the respect because they matched Orellana up with Tyrese, and Tyrese, I thought at times, had his way with him. I mean, this is a MLS rookie playing against an Argentinian DP, so again, kudos to the work that went in the front office and the technical staff to find that type of player. People had said you might want to sell your first draft pick because X, Y, or Z, but yeah, Spice has been he's been class.
Does this surprise you, John, that Spicer's settled in so well? Because there's not too many rookies, even in the past, the top pick that can settle in and, as you say, go head to head against the DP. Are you surprised by the level?
He's just got this. He's a joy to coach because everything to him is. There's almost like this this beautiful naivety about him. Like he doesn't carry this sort of professional footballer cynicism, or he's not second guessing decisions, or just everything about it's just new to him, and he's just embracing it all, and he's got a massive confidence. It's like this unshakable belief in himself, and it's funny because he's not arrogant or anything like that, but you can see some of the guys get surprised just at the comments he makes, because he's just genuinely believes in his ability. And I'm proud of where he's got to, but you look at his beginnings, he's come from real humble beginnings, and I think he's carried that through with him.
To go back to Insigne, he's been a man of real moments for you this season. He was man of the match tonight. There's some nights where it looks like he's not going to reach 90. Tonight it kind of looked like he could have played 120, 150 minutes. Against that opponent in a game like this, is that where you're going to get 150% out of him?
Yeah, he's going to rise to those occasions 100%. And Lorenzo, he's had a rough ride. It's not been easy. You got to understand that. The lad came here with high expectations to do big things. He's a winner. He wants to win everything. But he's had injuries, and like I say, it's the first time really in his career he's just one after another. So tonight, to see him going 99 minutes, 100 minutes, I'm trying to work this out, was a big step, I think, for the team, for the fans, but even just his commitment in those minutes. Like, I think if he played another 10, he could have scored another 2 goals. He was just loving it. I mean, that shot against the crossbar, maybe only Messi could do something like that in this league. I mean, that was magic.